This is going to be a short update mainly about a CT scan I had on Friday. So last Friday, it's Wednesday today, Wednesday the 14th. Last Friday I had a CT scan, just a scan that looks for lumps in the body. The result was not great, but not terrible, I guess. The scan didn't really show what's happening with the peritoneum, but there does seem to still be a big tumour there. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to show the scan to a peritoneal expert next week and ask for his interpretation on it. For example, does that tumour on the peritoneum mean that the cancer's definitely spread to other parts of the body? Which is possible. The scan showed the tumours in the liver have shrunk a tiny bit, or at least the biggest one has. As far as the doctors are concerned, that's a good result. Any shrinkage is a good result for the intention of the treatment, which is not to cure the cancer, but just to help me slow down the cancer, let me live a little bit longer. Obviously, I want dramatic improvements because my aim is to cure the cancer. For various reasons, I haven't had immunotherapy for a long time. The fundraising has brought in the money to pay for the next lot, but there's been timing problems because if you have the immunotherapy just after, immediately after chemotherapy, for example, there's problems. If you have it immediately before, there's problems. So it needs to be kind of scheduled appropriately. And my chemotherapy has been a bit random. I was due to have it last week on Tuesday, but I had a chest x-ray because I'd been coughing a lot, and the chest x-ray showed bronchitis in the right lung inflammation. So the oncologist at the hospital decided it was too dangerous to have chemotherapy that week. I had it yesterday, I'm still having it, so for the next 2 days I'm going to wear this pouch full of chemo, pumping it through my body, possibly the next 3 days. The pump seems to go slower when it's cold, so last time and the time before it took 3 days. So anyway, the scan result was okay as far as I'm concerned, good as far as the oncologist was concerned. I'm actually seeing 2 oncologists at the moment, and that's really good because just having different opinions. So the scan was done at the hospital where I had my surgery in August, and that's why I had my first 5 sessions of chemotherapy. And then on Tuesday I went to the hospital, different hospital, for the chemo, and it's a much closer hospital. This is my 3rd time to have chemo there, so yeah, my chemo's been reduced a lot recently in that I'm not having the molecular targeting agent that gave me the terrible skin rash. I mean, my skin, I haven't had the skin rash I haven't had the molecular targeting agent for a couple of months, and the skin rash is still here, and it's coming down a lot, but that's incredible how long it lasts. So instead, on Tuesday, I started a different molecular targeting agent called Avastin, which is a bit scary because it's much more dangerous than the skin rash one, which is called, it's got 2 names. One is panitumumab, I don't know the other name. Avastin is, the side effects are nastier things like bleeding gums, bleeding nose all the time, high blood pressure, potentially bowel perforation, which means getting like a hole in your intestine, which is potentially fatal. You have to be rushed to hospital by ambulance. Other fatal side effects like, just not very nice stuff, heart attack, that kind of thing. So we had to buy a blood pressure machine and measuring blood pressure every day. And yeah, it was high yesterday, having the Avastin that was high today as well. So that's one side effect. What's happening next? On the 20th, I'm visiting the peritoneum expert. I'm just going to ask some general questions about monitoring my cancer in the peritoneum and potential of this surgery, which really don't want. Not because of, well, yes, because of the surgery itself. It's potentially 10 hours of surgery. But also because you're very likely to have some disabilities after that. And it's just, so I'm going to make another video all about cancer treatment options. But it's just always this feeling that, the immunotherapy has a very small chance of working, but when immunotherapy works, that's cure. The cancer get cured. So instead of living 1 year, I could live 50 years. Very small chance, but I don't know. It also seems if the immunotherapy can keep me alive a bit longer, maybe a couple of years, then in that time there could be progress. There could be progress with chemotherapy. There could be progress with molecular targeting agents. The very effective molecular agent called panitumumab that gives me this horrible skin rash, they might magically make a version that doesn't give the skin rash. Or they might discover, invent a pill that you can take once a day to just neutralise the skin rash completely. So that's my situation at the moment. Thank you for all the amazing support. It's just incredible. It's it's very bad that I'm going to almost certainly die within a year, but it is just lovely to get this support from people. It doesn't make any difference to the cancer, sadly. A lot of people have pointed out that there's lots of people rooting for me, lots of people supporting for me, but the cancer doesn't care. This is about reality, not anything else, not anything magical or spiritual. All those people who die of cancer every day, they had lots of people rooting for them, people who, cared about them a lot. The people I do want rooting for me are the doctors, and I think that's happening more and more, especially with the new doctor at this closed hospital, just because he knows I've been doing a lot of study. At first he was kind of concerned when I said I'd been reading about cancer. He was concerned I'd been sort of reading the usual junk you find on the internet. I don't even go near those websites because they screw up your brain, basically. I'm only reading scientific papers. If you can help me out, the website is matthewdons.org, MATTHEWDONS.org. If you can make a donation for Christmas or whatever, I really appreciate that. Share the link on Facebook, that kind of thing. Okay, thanks for listening. More videos coming very soon.